My name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman & Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law issues here in Michigan. And today we're continuing our video series designed to educate and inform the public, so please subscribe to our channel. Today I want to talk about choosing a lawyer, more specifically choosing between which of two family lawyers that you might want. Well, it's a very, very important issue because many times it has been the case here at the firm that we will be hired by someone who actually had a prior lawyer and paid them money and went through part of the case with them and realized that much like their marriage, it just wasn't a match made in heaven, okay? That they don't get along, that they don't see eye to eye. And sometimes the choice why somebody hires a lawyer is really not based on the careful analysis that it should be. A lot of people will start searching for a lawyer, and this is, by the way, mostly their fault. They'll start searching for a lawyer, late Friday afternoon, and the first guy that actually is available, and that's the guy that they hire. And they think, oh, well, this is the lawyer that I want because he's available. No, the one that you want is the one that is good. And the one that's good is usually not so readily available. They're usually busy. Why? Because a lot of people want them. So the one that's so readily available might not be your best option. Somebody who's at your beck and call is probably not probably doesn't have the skill set that you need. Having said that, I will tell you this. Picking a lawyer is a very personal thing. I say it personal because in order to get somebody that you really like who ultimately will stay the course with you, the whole case, you've got to get someone with whom you identify. And I will tell you all the time, I see it constantly, we'll have cases and the other side is a very straight, sort of professional kind of person, and the lawyer they hire is a very straight, professional kind of attorney. And then I'll see the opposite. I'll see people who you can't trust them at all. They don't do anything straight. They're like this. And the lawyer they hire is also like that. And why? Because the lawyer that kind of person identifies with, the one that he'll hire is the one who kind of sees things like he does. And so you always learn that people tend to gravitate toward lawyers that kind of see things the way they do. Therefore, it's a tool that you use. If you want a good lawyer-client relationship, find a lawyer and a law firm with whom you identify. And how do you do that? You find someone who's got basically the same vision of the case that you have. A lot of lawyers, for example, think that they do their client a great service by trying to, sling a lot of mud at the other side. Well, it doesn't really do much of a service at all. It may make somebody feel good at the time, but what's your long-range plan? If your long-range plan is to have the other person hate you for the rest of your life and not want to deal with you in any way once the lawyers and the judges are out of your life, then yes, go try to bury them, sling as much mud as you can, make them as angry as possible, and that way when the divorce is over, you'll have no relationship with them at all, if that's what you want. However, let's say you have children. And let's say you're going to have to work with this person for another 16 years. So maybe if that's the case and you want to have a working relationship with them after the judge is out of your life, after the case is over, if that's what you want, then perhaps you should plant a different foundation than the mudslinging that we were talking about. Perhaps you need to have a lawyer represent you who has a vision of trying to work it out in a reasonable way that is preserving of their relationships, at least to some degree. If your lawyer has that vision of the case and you do, then you got a possibility of having a good, solid attorney-client relationship that'll see you through. And believe me, if you see the case one way and he sees the case a different way, that's a relationship that is probably not going to last. If you have any questions about that, reach out and we'll be glad to help you out.